Welcome to another edition of Weird Knife Gadgets. Today I am reviewing this one, which I found on Amazon. I am not even 100% sure what to call this thing. I assume it is some sort of a peeler. It came with absolutely no instructions. It's got this wire piece and a very thin, flat knife blade. So I am going to attempt to use it today and see what it does. So I hope you appreciate this one. I am risking my fingers for you on this one. So first I had to figure out how to assemble this thing. It's got what I assume these little pieces of spring. I assume that these are for clamping the knife blade. So I'm going to try to put it together here in what I assume is a right-handed configuration since I'm a righty. So it's going to be roughly this way. So on that side, okay. So there's basically two options. I can put it between two slots of that screw. The first one, I'm going to slide it. Basically, I'm sliding it down between two coils of the spring there, one on each side. And it's not, okay, so it went in easier than I thought it would. I essentially have what appears to be two options. I can slide it into the top coil like I have here and leave myself a thicker space between the blade and the spinny, rolly wire thing. Or I can put it down again and do the thinner one. I'm going to try the thinner one because that seems like what I want to do. And then I'm going to try to cut an apple with it. So like I said, I assume this is some sort of a knife-based peeler. So we're going to try peeling an apple with this and just see what it does. So I'm cutting kind of along the surface of the apple here. Okay, so it peels pretty well. I'm getting a slice like I would with a normal peeler, and it's thinner than I thought it would be. So right away, decent peeling action. I feel like I could peel the apple pretty easily with this. I don't know why I would choose to use this over a normal peeler. Okay, so if I do it on the cutting board, I'll show you with my left hand here. If I do it on the cutting board, this is actually a lot safer. So I can kind of take the apple and go around it like this. So that does work pretty well. And like I said, the peeling slices are way thinner than I thought they would be. Let's try the thicker setting. You've already seen me do this once. I'm going to put this on the thicker side, so the second further away slot. So now what I've ended up with is a wider slot here between the blade and the peeling wire imaging. All right, let's see what this one does. So now I'm going into the fruit of the apple. What I'm really hoping for is like a long spiral thing. And I am having to be very careful with this because it really wants to slip out of the apple. So I'm having to keep my thumb pretty far away from the peeler, but I can get a pretty decent little spiral. I'll try again. I'm actually going to flip this and put it on the other side of the knife blade. And I'm wondering if that will allow me to put it on the cutting board like this. That's much easier. Okay. So now I can get a much more controlled cut. But this is really hard to do on an apple. I feel like this was probably designed more for like a cucumber or a zucchini or a daikon or something like that that has more fiber to it, that's got more kind of an annular fiber to it. On an apple, I'm just basically making these, thin slice chunks. I could go this way. It's getting caught in there now with the longer ones. So I guess if you wanted to make a lot of very uniform thickness slices, like for a pie or something that you wanted to make you know, cook all at the same time and therefore not be different crunchinesses. This could be useful. The blade is very flexible. You can see I can just bend that all over the place with my fingers. It has to be to do a thin slicing between the layers of that spring, but I can feel it flexing as I use it. So not the sturdiest item here. I really want to try this on a zucchini or something. So there you have it, one very strange peeler gadget. It does work. I don't know why you would want it over a normal peeler unless you had to do something really wide. I like the novelty, but it's very strange. And I don't necessarily recommend this unless you really need to do like a daikon or a zucchini, Japanese style, very thin. Makes it a little easier that way. Once again, William followed me into the studio, insisted on being in here with me, so he gets to say hi today. Thank you all for watching. Comment if you would want something like this, or if you do use something like this, and maybe you know better than me what it's for. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.